Okay, great. Sounds like we're ready to begin. Good morning, everyone. Welcome to our exclusive case study, how top realtors use AI to close more deals. I'm Alex, your AI host. Yes, I'm actually one of TriLuna's AI agents, and I'll be facilitating our conversation today. We have two incredible professionals, Jason Upton from Vancouver, top producer at eXp Realty, and Peter B Gustis from Philadelphia with Springer Realty Group. You'll hear real stories about how AI solved specific pain points. Let's dive in. Jason, tell us about the lead that got away.
Thank you very much. Happy to be here. As far as the lead that got away, I mean, this is unavoidable. It doesn't matter how many mouths or ears you might have, meaning assistants, but you cannot take every call. Murphy's Law, always in effect. You're going to get more than one call at once. In fact, you might get three because people like to call certain times a day. And it's just downright, as a realtor, as a professional, tried it, trust me, to ask your client to hold or take a call in front of them is even worse. So if you're spending time with your client one-on-one, because your time with your clients is very precious, they consider that this is when the most impact is going to happen. Bang for buck is going to happen during that time. So if you're with one of your clients and you're having an important discussion, it could be about what's happening with their house. It could be what's happening with marketing it. It could be about an offer that's coming in. You cannot be disturbed. It's impossible. And in real estate, it's just not okay to multitask. So sometimes, when you're working behind the scenes at home, you can at your office, but not in the field. If you're in the field, other people that are calling you, they don't know this. They don't know that you're busy. They're going to try you. Now, when people call, they usually want a response today. It doesn't matter what it's about. You may be someone who's just clicking around looking for a home for sale. And for some reason, you're the one that came up. And it may not even be one of your listings, but they want to talk to you about a home for sale. That's what we call a buyer lead. So in real estate, it's something that, if they're a hot buyer, you really want to be able to talk to that person. If they get voicemail, it's a little bit of a letdown because they may want an answer. I actually have one that got away story, which is my assistant. She told me that she was trying to buy a property in Terrace, British Columbia, and nobody would get back to her. She couldn't reach anybody. They wouldn't get back to her. I mean, we all know voicemail, it just buries. And when do you check it? If you have 5-6 messages piled up, it becomes even more stressful. She really just phoned the first person that actually she was able to reach. This is one that she used as a realtor. So that happens. Why I'm saying this. So if you program your TriLuna agent to know these things and to handle these things appropriately, it will act on your behalf in the best way possible. So if I can tell it right now, like I'm in an airport and I'm just catching this podcast between flights, I can go onto my TriLuna right now and I can say, I'm going to be flying whatever my agent's name is. We'd love to give personalities and names to our agents so that they become more personable for the client and for the person to experience who's talking to them. So I could say, Alex, please know I'm getting on a flight now, not available from 11:30 a.m. until 1:30 p.m. But your people's calls are important and that you'll take a message and pass it along to me and I'll be able to get back to them today between 4 and 5 when I'm returning my calls. And we really appreciate their interest. And if they have any specific interest, please let you know and any details that you can forward to Jason. It's voicemail that customized. So you can change it whenever you want. If they want to have a conversation, they can. And so if you know that you're getting buyer calls, because maybe you've put out the advertising for that, you could even ask Alex or whatever the agent's name is to say, are you someone looking for a home? Yes. Let me tell you a little bit about the services we provide. You can start selling them while you're on that plane or while you're with that client through your TriLuna agent. So it's important to know that it's taking your calls. Now, let's say that I see that there's a call happening and I get alerted about it.
That's powerful.
I can jump in on that call. Let's just say that I got out. It's very powerful. I can jump right into that call and I can say, it'll say, I'm talking to somebody about buying a house in Cloverdale. I can jump into that call. So in so many ways, I've only touched the surface. It's kind of, you asked me a very open-ended question and I can probably talk forever about it, but I don't want to overload people. I just want them to know that this is the next generation. This is beyond voicemail. So far beyond voicemail, you'll never use it again.
Yeah, I just want to interject there. Nick Edmeades, CTO of TriLuna. And yeah, this feature of joining your voicemail is something that nobody else is doing. So one of the differences that we're offering is not replacing humans, but using AI to connect humans.
That's powerful, Jason. The cost of a missed call is real. Let's hear from our attendees. Launching poll now. Make sure to submit your answers. Okay, the poll is now closed. Interesting. Let's see the results. Interesting. 67% of you said you miss calls with regularity. For those answering that way, Peter's next story is going to resonate. Peter, tell us about your 9 p.m. problem.
As a real estate agent, I get leads that come in late, and sometimes you're either busy, don't have time to answer it, or you just have other things to do. But one time I've actually had somebody who called from outside of the area. They moved from Beverly Hills and they just had the same cell phone. Nowadays, most people don't pick up the phone if it's not a local number. But the problem with that is even most of the telemarketers now are masking their numbers and using a local number. Me, on the other hand, since I'm motivated, I usually pick up the phone call all the time in the evening. But as a busy person, what the AI will actually do is pick up every single call and field those calls. It's actually already designed to ask them if they want to buy real estate, set up an appointment, or if they want to sell. So if you're like most agents and you don't want to pick up those strange numbers or suspicious spam calls, it will pick up the call for you, answer the call just like a regular person would, and then send you the message. So it makes things so simple where if you're a little bit different like me and you're picking up those late calls, you're like, okay, and you get a lead that turns into a listing, that's great. But if you want to be like most people and want to have a better work-life balance, it'll take care of the work for you. It'll set up the appointment for you. And that person that calls won't feel like they were just talking to a voicemail. They'll be talking to your AI assistant. So that's the best thing that this thing could do for you.
That qualification process is brilliant. Let's see how our attendees are currently handling this. What are your biggest challenges in converting inbound leads to closing leads?
And 83% of the people say that spending time on unqualified leads.
Wow, 83% answered spending time on unqualified leads. Peter, you turned this exact challenge into a competitive advantage. Tell us how.
Yes. So with TriLuna, you will automatically have a AI that understands your business. All you have to do is put a little bit of information in. So it's customized to what you want and your specific website and your goals. And then what the AI assistant will do is it will automatically qualify the prospects for you or disqualify them. And if you're in a scenario where you're getting spam calls, it tells those spam callers, stop calling you and to unsubscribe. So this reduces spam calls that you will be getting. It also sends qualified information to your email and to text. So it'll set up more appointments for you. And that's the benefit that TriLuna offers versus any other platform or a voicemail, because most qualified people, they're in a hurry. They're searching all over. Most of the times they won't leave a voicemail. By the time you call them back, they're gone. They say, somebody else set up an appointment for me. I don't need your help. So you'll get a much better lead capture with this system.
Peter, that listing presentation strategy is genius. Attendees, final poll. Which pain point resonates most right now?
After hearing these stories, which pain point resonates most with your business right now? And so, we're coming in here in real time. It's kind of tied between wasting time on qualified leads and inconsistent follow-up systems. And so, let's 50% on wasting time on unqualified leads.
Great responses. The winner is wasting time on unqualified leads. Jason and Peter, quick 60-second tip for someone struggling with wasting time on unqualified leads?
Yeah, I'll go first since Peter went last. With unqualified leads, wasting time, you want to get in front of them. Peter will probably agree with this. The way to see if someone's real, they'll sit down with you for coffee and they'll do it right away. So you do want to not really spend a lot of time back and forth. And this is another great, so of course I'm going to segue into why TriLuna is great for this, because TriLuna is pegged to a calendar. So I can actually say, would you like to meet Jason for coffee? He's available. I can say, the agent can say, he's available, on these times and days. Now, if that's a serious buyer, like a qualified buyer, they're going to fill in that time and meet, because that means, wow, we're moving. That's really what they want, and it's what you want, because if they're not willing to meet, that's the biggest red flag there is in the industry. You said 60 seconds. I'm telling you that the calendar feature, which is very powerful with TriLuna, that will really help your qualification.
Great answer, Jason. Let's take one more quick question. Peter, do you have any quick tips?
Yeah, the pre-qualification that TriLuna does is very precise. It actually understands that the information that a real estate agent needs if somebody's buying, selling, or want to set up an appointment, and it does qualify them before it sets up an appointment. And then it also emails and text the information to you so you understand what's going on before the appointment. Now, I'm not saying you don't want to follow up yourself, but sometimes it's good to be able to have that field, review it, and then say, okay, now I'm going to call and verify the information. So very, very good. information that it gets. You're not going to get this type of service with a voicemail, and other services, they don't quite compete with what TriLuna offers.
Thanks, Peter. I'm seeing lots of great reactions in the chat.
One thing I'm just going to quickly demonstrate here, and I'll put this in the chat too. And this is we've got a series of sample agents. Actually, I'm not. Yeah, you can scan this QR code now and talk with Monica, who is actually almost a copy of Pete's virtual assistant, and have a virtual conversation. Or actually, I'm sure Pete would be happy to share his number to sample his real agent as well too. And then we've also got sample agents for other. Can you guys see my screen? Yeah. Okay. And so we've got sample agents for other businesses as well too. So yeah, the next thing I'm going to do actually is we've got a late joiner here. But yeah, I'm going to provide a coupon code in the chat, and basically, if you're interested in a 15-day free trial of our professional plan, you can basically get a free number and a free agent for 15 days and to try out our service. I think we've kind of covered everything. I'm going to say we do have a new attendee, so I'm going to say, Alex, do you want to give maybe Deepak just a quick recap of what we've discussed during this webinar? And of course, this will also be recorded and shared as well too.
Certainly. Welcome, Deepak. In this webinar, Jason Upton and Peter B Gustis shared real stories about how they're using AI, specifically TriLuna, to solve pain points in their real estate businesses and close more deals. We also had a few polls to gauge the audience's experiences with lead conversion and qualification. Does that help catch you up?
All right. Well, thanks everybody for joining this morning, and feel free to contact us over my email address is nick@triluna.app. Here, I'll put it it's NIK, and feel free to reach out to me. And like I said, I've also put the coupon code in there for a free trial of our service. So thanks everyone for joining this morning, and have a great rest of your day.